Hello everyone, welcome back to Mind Matters. In this video, we'll be talking about sexuality and gender identity, two important aspects of human sexuality. First, let's define some terms. Sexuality refers to a person's sexual attraction, desires, and behaviors. Gender identity, on the other hand, is a person's sense of being male, female, both, neither, or somewhere in between. It's important to note that sexuality and gender identity are separate concepts, and one does not determine the other. Now let's talk about sexual orientation, which refers to a person's romantic and/or sexual attraction to others. There are many different sexual orientations, including heterosexual, homosexual, bisexual, pansexual, and asexual, among others. Sexual orientation is often represented on a spectrum, rather than as a binary choice. Here are some of the most common types of sexual orientation. Heterosexual, this refers to sexual and romantic attraction to individuals of the opposite gender. Heterosexuality is often considered the default, or normative, orientation in many cultures. Homosexual, this refers to sexual and romantic attraction to individuals of the same gender. Homosexuality is also known as being gay or lesbian, depending on the gender of the person in question. Bisexual, this refers to sexual and romantic attraction to individuals of both genders. Bisexual individuals may experience attraction to both genders equally or may have a preference for one gender over the other. Pansexual, this refers to sexual and romantic attraction to individuals of all genders, including transgender, non-binary, and gender-nonconforming individuals. Pansexuality is often seen as more inclusive than bisexuality, as it acknowledges the existence of genders beyond the traditional male and female binary. Asexual, this refers to individuals who do not experience sexual attraction to others. Asexuality is not the same as celibacy, which is a choice to abstain from sexual activity, but rather a lack of sexual attraction. Demisexual, this refers to individuals who experience sexual attraction only after developing a strong emotional bond with someone. Demisexuality is a relatively new term and is not widely recognized or understood. It's important to remember that these are just some of the many possible types of sexual orientation, and that sexuality is a complex and diverse aspect of human identity. Moving on to gender identity, it's important to recognize that gender is not binary either. Some people identify as male or female, while others identify as non-binary, genderqueer, or genderfluid. Gender identity is a deeply personal aspect of a person's identity and can have a significant impact on their overall sense of well-being. Here are some of the most common types of gender identity. Male, this refers to individuals who identify as male or masculine. They may feel comfortable with their assigned gender at birth or may have transitioned from a female identity. Female, this refers to individuals who identify as female or feminine. They may feel comfortable with their assigned gender at birth or may have transitioned from a male identity. Non-binary, this refers to individuals who do not identify as exclusively male or female, but rather as a gender that exists outside of the traditional male-female binary. Non-binary individuals may identify as genderqueer, genderfluid, or another non-binary identity. Genderqueer, this refers to individuals who identify as both male and female, neither male nor female, or a combination of male, female, and non-binary identities. Transgender, one group of people whose gender identity often doesn't align with their biological sex is transgender individuals. Transgender people are individuals whose gender identity differs from the sex they were assigned at birth. It's important to respect a person's gender identity and use their preferred pronouns and name. Cisgender, this refers to individuals whose gender identity does align with the sex they were assigned at birth. Cisgender individuals may identify as male, female, or another gender identity within the traditional male-female binary. Gender nonconforming, this refers to individuals whose gender expression or behavior does not conform to societal expectations of masculinity or femininity. Gender nonconforming individuals may identify as male, female, non-binary, or another gender identity. It's important to remember that these are just some of the many possible types of gender identity, and that gender identity is a complex and diverse aspect of human identity. It's also important to respect and support individuals in their gender identity, regardless of whether it aligns with societal norms or expectations. In conclusion, sexuality and gender identity are complex and diverse aspects of human sexuality. It's important to recognize and celebrate the diversity of individuals' experiences and identities, and to create a safe and welcoming environment for everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.